You want to start with a comment on that last sequence?
Coach, I'm sorry,
Yeah, they're fixing it. You want to talk about that last sequence?
Well, time stands still when you're in that situation. As when you're on defense, because you feel like it's a long period of time. We've had a lot of games going down to that situation, so it just, we're thankful. I thought we did a good job defending right there in the end. We ended up having to take a fadeaway, which could have gone. We saw what can happen, but it was a I was proud of how we hung in there. We obviously struggled to score for a long stretch and struggled to stop them. Hansen really got going for them, and man, you give him a little bit of room, he's going to knock it down. So, a combination of them staying the course and us, I don't know if we're taking the pedal, foot off the pedal, but that zone's hard to penetrate. It's hard to get shots against. We did a good job getting it to Flavian in spots there, but it's not easy. They do a nice job of that, and as the game wears on and you're looking at a long stretch for us here in the last week, when shots start coming up a little bit shorter, and we had a chance to win it there in regulation. Good look from a guy who's been hot, didn't necessarily wasn't hot tonight, but had 8 assists. It's a great performance by Xavier from that standpoint, and just found a way to get it done, and that's in conference you got to do that.
Pretty good weekend from the free throw line.
Yeah, shoot, and then Antonio hitting the 2 clutch ones there at the end. Just enough to get by. I mean that, and so be it. We're happy with that. We're happy with the win. Happy to be where we're at after this stretch of games. A lot of basketball left to be played, but I feel like we're definitely a team that's doing things the right way and going the right direction.
Hansen shoots them back in it, but then you guys kind of re-engage, hold them just 2 points in overtime. How are you guys able to readjust and walk down on defense in OT?
Well, he hits them against his own, but then we also got hung up on some screens, and we just did a better job of not getting hung up on screens. He made a beautiful pass to get it to overtime, to Hatchet. He's a good player, but we were fortunate. They had some good looks there, didn't drop. We had some looks that didn't drop, so a game could have gone either way. We just did enough to get by.
You mentioned their zone. I know they were giving you guys problems penetrating for the first 10 minutes, but then he started getting in the middle to Flavian. He scored about 9 in a row.
Yeah.
They really got to go in the second half.
They obviously made that adjustment at some point in the second half, take him away. Flavian got a little tired, and it took away part of our weapon in that particular part of our offense. They do a good job adjusting to everything you throw at them, with that zone. So they've played it all year, and there's nothing they haven't seen. So you end up standing a little bit, you get frustrated, and end of clock situations come about, and then you're taking tougher shots. We made clutch shots. Marcus hit a big one there, and Antonio's free throws were big, but getting the stop at the end obviously was the key.
Coach, what's changed about your team at the beginning of the season and now? I mean, besides executing on the court, what's changed about the mentality of your basketball team?
Well, you walk away from a game like that, and you figure out a way to win, and that probably is the biggest thing right now. Is the guys believe in each other, and the formula is always going to be a little different, and you never know which guys are going to be the ones that need to step up for you, and so. That's the piece probably that has helped our team the most is we guys are there for each other, and whether they're in the game or not in the game, and that's the part you feel best about is it's a team right now.
Halfway home, 6-4, first 10 games, first round through conference. What's the goal for the rest of the stretch, and how do you think this played out the first round through the conference?
Well, it's been you go all the way back to December, the first 2 games, and we're a completely different basketball team right now. So. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You always look at different situations, scenarios, but really feel great about how we've rallied since Christmas. I think we're playing really solid basketball. We just got to keep moving forward and keep improving, keep buying into one another, keep that team concept, because it gets tougher the second time through the league. All the stuff that you try to execute that first time through, teams are going to look at taking away. So now it comes down to guys making plays for each other, and I think that's one of our strengths on this team right now. Something that we're going to be able to build off as we go forward.
Coach, I was talking to Antonio on Thursday night after that big win against Weber. He says he doesn't like shooting after missing free throws in practice. What does it say about the mental toughness of your guys and your team that when it's in the clutch, your guys constantly make free throws down the stretch?
Well, I think Antonio tonight is a great example. He had I thought he had a decent flow in the first half. I didn't think he got into a very good flow in the second half. Didn't play a ton of minutes there, but put him in because he can penetrate the zone. And then he made a good one-on-one play when everything else broke down. He blew a foul, and then he had to make the free throws. And just like the other night, he swished them. And that's the difference in this team right now. In a lot of ways, is the guys are staying the course and thinking about what's important, and that's us figuring out a way to win.
All right, thanks, Brad.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, guys.